Are you thinking about starting a side hustle in 2021? In this video, I'm going to tell you about my journey starting my side hustle and how it grew from a side hustle into a full-blown business that allowed me to quit my job and achieve freedom in life and do whatever I want to do. That's what I want to talk about in this video, so make sure you watch all the way to the end. And if you like this kind of content, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and help me outgrow this channel and reach more people. Just a quick announcement, the open enrollments for my program are open as well. If you want to work with me and really scale your business and start doing what I was doing with my side hustle, then you can apply to work with me in the description. Let's get started. Let's define a side hustle. What is a side hustle? A side hustle is essentially you starting out your own project on the side. Maybe you have a full-time job, maybe you are a student and you figure, I love photography or I love basketball and I want to start my own business on the side where I do that, right? So in this video, I want to cover how I did that, and maybe through my journey, you can get an idea of how you can do that as well, okay? When I graduated with a master's degree, I didn't know where to get a job. I had absolutely no idea how to apply for a job, how to get a job, what to do with it, right? And the only job I could find was a receptionist at a hair salon, which had nothing to do with my degree. Now, I'll be honest, when you graduate with a master's degree, you don't see yourself working as a receptionist at a hair salon, right? Folding towels and so sweeping the floor and all that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I feel like I just wanted to do something else. And I really genuinely felt a lack of self-esteem during that time. I felt depressed. I felt like my life wasn't going anywhere. Maybe you can relate to that. Maybe you're doing a job that you don't really like doing, which is why you're exploring what it's like to create a side hustle, right? So when I was doing that, I started documenting my journey. I started making videos about my journey, videos about looking for a job, videos about what it was like me being in university, what it was like me being abroad, and I was doing that here on YouTube. I was making videos after video. And at first, it just started with one video, right? And I just started reviewing my university, and a lot of people resonated with that video. And then I started creating more videos and I became more consistent with it. And I was getting a lot of followers. I had a lot of people come onto my profile saying, Yasir, I'm really enjoying your videos and it's all great. But it wasn't going anywhere financially. I was making video after video, and by the way, this takes time. You gotta plan the video, you gotta sit down and shoot the video, you have to edit the video, you have to upload the video and see how it's doing, and then you plan the next one and you do it over and over again. I was doing this every single day for about 4 hours between shooting and editing and planning, and every single day after a full-time job felt like an absolute grind, and I wasn't making any money. When you start off on YouTube, you don't really make a lot of money. Or any money. I'm still not making a whole lot of money. So I was doing this just as a hobby. I was doing this to help people out because I genuinely wanted to help people out. Up until the point where COVID hit and I realized I think a lot of people are being let go from my company, a lot of other companies, everyone's out of a job. This is the time where I need to make something happen. I need to make sure this side business, this side hustle of mine goes somewhere and there's some money coming in. Otherwise, I'm not going to survive. I might be on the cutting room floor, right? So what I did was I started looking around. Who else is doing something that I want to do? I wanted to achieve financial freedom and have my own business and whatnot. And at the time, I was a recruiter. So my job was to help other people find employees for their business. And in that process, I was helping people find jobs as well. Because I knew what the internal workings of the Canadian job market were like, right? In the process of doing that, I had some amazing results with my clients, and I was doing that for a while. I was doing it one-on-one, and I was making like a couple of $100 with my service, but it wasn't enough to justify the amount of time I was putting into my YouTube videos, the amount of time that I was putting in actual coaching, and then coaching them afterwards as well. I was barely getting by, right? So I really wanted to scale my business. So again, I looked around, I found people who were doing what I would want to do, and I started investing in sales coaches, in business coaches, in mindset coaches, in life coaches. Now, this is for me not having a ton of cash, not having a lot of money, right? I had quit my receptionist job at the time, and I did find a job as a recruiter. And now I was making more money, but I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy doing what I was doing because that's not ultimately what I wanted to do. What I ultimately wanted to do was to empower other people to realize their true potential, to help them understand how they can be confident in their abilities, their service, and how they can charge other people to do it. And I wanted to teach people how to have discipline and healthy habits in their life, and that's what I'm doing on this channel. And what I was doing in my day-to-day job was not that. It was just me being a recruiter and, you know, corporate stuff. So I didn't really want to do that too much. Now, after investing in all these coaches, by far the best thing I've done, by the way, by far the best thing and the most expensive thing I've done. We're talking well over $10,000 from my own salary. And my salary at the time was $40,000 a year, which was not a lot. It was very, very little. So I took the gamble. I said, screw it, there's all these other people who've done it. And if I want to find a way to do what other people are already doing, I just need to follow in their footsteps. So I invested, I got started, and for the first time, it was just a ridiculous amount of work, right? I did not expect how much time would go into actually starting your own business, right? You think I know, but I really didn't. So I just went ham. I would work from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock in my full-time job, and from 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock every day. I was starting from scratch. I didn't have any Facebook at the time. I didn't have an Instagram at the time. I was barely active on LinkedIn, only because my job involved me using LinkedIn. I did that like recklessly, just crazy amount, right? So I was finding clients. I was trying to brand myself at the same time. I was trying to come up with pricing. I was just all in it. And for the first it took me about 18 days to make enough to realize, okay, this is going somewhere. I can match, or I can even make more than my current month's salary. And then the next month happened, and then the month after that happened, and every single month I started making more and more money, and I started working less and less and less on my business. So now it went from a side hustle that was generating multiple times what I was making in a month in my full-time job. So I was thinking, if this is going to go the way it's going now, why should I put in 40 hours a week into my full-time job when I can put in 1/4 of that into my business and generate multiple times the amount of money? So I started doing that. I started doing it very successfully. So I was doing career coaching at the time. And then even though I was really happy with career coaching, what I realized is my strengths lie in making people feel good about themselves, making people feel confident in themselves, and making them realize their own value. So that if you're an entrepreneur, I primarily work with coaches, consultants, entrepreneurs. If you are struggling to raise your prices or believe in yourself enough to ask what your service is worth, that's what I'm passionate about helping people with. So I moved away from career coaching and I moved more towards entrepreneurial coaching, and now that's what I do. I am extremely passionate. I have an amazing line of clients that I work with, and this is what I'm doing full time, right? So I'm solving a big problem for people. And by problem, I mean if someone is making like $1,000 a month in their side hustle, I want to make them significantly more than that. I want to help them make $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000. You can see in some of the examples earlier, we have a lot of clients in the group who have made $10,000 a month, right? So that's what I'm really, really passionate about. So what went into this? A lot of people think when they start their side hustle, it's just going to grow money out of the ground, right? Passive income. This stuff takes time. Branding takes time. Pricing takes time. When you start your own business, you are doing everything yourself. You're your own accountant, salesperson, legal person, you name it. Everything is just you. And these are things that you will have to learn. And if you have a full-time job, you have to learn these things outside your full-time job. Okay? So it really, really requires you to put both feet in there and really work. Now, if I had to track where I am now, where I am at this exact moment in my business, in my life, in my financial situation, I can track it down to me when I was working in that salon and I was very frustrated with my life, thinking I could deserve better, and I did not complain about it. I did something about it. I started my YouTube channel. I started a side hustle. I made videos over and over and over again. If you look at my channel, you can see there's like 200, 300 videos as of the filming of this video today. I grinded it out. I put in that many videos, and that's how I got to where I am now. Now, a lot of people that start their channel or they start their business and they're like, oh, it didn't make money in the first 2, 3, 4 months. That's it. I should do something else. 90% of the people that I know do exactly this. Or maybe they start a business, but because they're not generating enough revenue in the first month or 2 months, they give up. They just put it on the back burner and then they don't do anything about it, right? And ultimately, there is no business. It just fails and they forget about it and they get comfortable in their full-time job. Unless you're willing to unplug, put yourself in a situation where you can really put pedal to the metal and really work, that is how you will take off. That is how you will go from side hustle to full-time. Now, why is a side hustle important? Because if you don't want to be doing a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life, if you want more control over your life, if you want to do something that you're really passionate about, which if it's not what you're doing 9 to 5 and you really want to do it yourself, that opens up a fantastic opportunity for you. A side hustle where you get to do what you want to do and scale it. And that's what I help people do. I help entrepreneurs realize they have the confidence, they have the ability to teach other people what they're good at and charge their worth, right? I have done it. I'm a living example of doing it. All the clients that I've worked with public speaking coaches, investment coaches, career coaches, you name it, I work with them, okay? So if you are interested in finally getting your side hustle off the ground, making some real money, we're talking thousands here, we're not talking $100 here and there. If you are interested in that, you can apply to work with me in the description below. I am very particular about who I work with, so make sure you read all the instructions there. Guys, I hope this was helpful to you. This really is the year for you to start your side hustle and make sure it goes somewhere, okay? Believe in yourself. I will see you in the next one.